obviously the 1-5 record is not good, but we also weren't expecting the Titans to be that good at all this season either. We weren't expecting them to get anywhere close to the playoffs, not even close to the third seed in their own division. So, or third place in their own division rather. So it was one of those where we kind of expected them to suck. But what my guess would be is that there's probably something going on, maybe some dissension in the locker room, maybe issues going on between, like you said, coach and quarterback, where you get brought in, rookie quarterback and stuff, they're getting trained to be the next coach. That's probably a reason for it with some of these situations. Urban Meyer throwing it back to Jacksonville, obviously that was a toxic environment right there for Trevor Lawrence to be in, and it just wasn't it was not a good fit overall for Jacksonville. Urban Meyer was not going to help them take the next step, the next level. Off the field issues aside, but yeah, it's one of those things where the quickness of the firing probably had more to do with what was going on in the locker room, not just what was going on the field. You can forgive a bad record, but a young team, but you can't forgive a locker room that you've already lost.
I'm not surprised that Titans fired the coach, really. I mean, in the last 2 years, we've seen a lot of coaches get fired because they have new quarterbacks and they're not doing as well and all that. We could put the blame on that for sure. I think it's partial to it. But to me, if you look at the stats, Titans are one of the worst defenses in the league when it comes to rush defense. Their pass defense is all right, but they're the number one scoring, allowing other teams to score on rush touchdowns. Literally, number one. You go check it out. And then on offense, they're a complete bust. They cannot get any completions. One of the worst offenses in the league with pass completions. One of the worst offenses with rush yards. And one of the worst offenses with scoring the football. So, yeah, you could put the blame on the fact that you have a new quarterback, but what difference does that make when it comes to the O-line, when it comes to the running back, when it comes to the receivers, when it comes to the defense, the rush and the pass? Again, the pass is okay, but everything else when it comes to this actual football team is a complete disaster. And you're always going to look to the first person on who's in charge out there on the field, and that is the head coach. If there are players out there just going through the motions and you got coaches that are saying we're not having good weeks and practices, that comes from the head of the snake. The head of the snake is the coach, and I'm sorry, but you got to go, man. You got to make a difference. You got to change the scenery. You got to do something to change the organization on starting off 1-5 and trying to get the wheels rolling and trying to go to a positive outcome instead of just keep going with the same negative outcome.